What's good, John? Welcome to my review for Lightyear, right? I was say Buzz Lightyear, but it's just called Lightyear. Finally saw it, just got back. First off, I wanted to give a quick shout out to my man Platinum Equinox. He got me the Toy Story 2 footage, so thanks again, man. And as always, I'll leave a link down to his YouTube and his Twitter, excuse me, not his Twitter, his Twitter down in the description box below. Go follow and subscribe to my boy. And also, watching Disney movies in the second week of release has probably been the smartest move I've ever made as a film goer, because you guys remember, if you guys didn't watch my reviews, that when I saw Encanto, I watched it in its second week. I forget if there was a particular reason why. I think there might be something else that come out that week, or just maybe like, I'll watch it the week after. But as you guys know, if you guys watched my review for Encanto, that I said, oh my god, the film experience was great. There were barely any kids. There was like one kid in the theater. He was quiet as a church mouse. Oh, it was glorious. It was glorious. So, you know, Lightyear, let's say that with Lightyear, well, it probably would have first happened to Turning Red, but you guys know Turning Red was announced to be coming out in theaters, and then last minute Disney decided, oh, fuck, we're just going to put it on Disney+. Still good to watch it, though, although I have recently seen Luca, if you guys follow me on Twitter. Fantastic movie, man. Fantastic movie, Luca is. Still need to catch Turning Red. Still haven't watched that one yet. I will watch it, hopefully sometime during the summer. I'm not going to review it or anything, but, you know, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You guys will see me, you know, post about it there. But anyway, so when that happened, the same thing happened. So when that happened, how great it was, I kind of kept it up with Lightyear. Now, I was originally going to go and watch it for the first week, but then I was like, yeah, you know, better. Let me wait till the second week. And then I went to go see the second week. First off, the theater was almost completely empty. There was like maybe 6 people outside of me, 5 or 6 people outside of me that was there. There was only 2 kids, and both of them were as quiet as church mice. Oh my god. Once again, it was a glorious film. I was able to watch a Disney movie in peace, which I don't get to say that very often because of fucking kids. So yeah, if I have a one word of advice for y'all, watch Disney movies and kids movies in general. I'm gonna do the same thing with fucking Minions: The Rise of Gru. I am actually gonna watch it because I like the Despicable movies. I like Gru. I like Minions enough that I'll go and watch it. That I'm just wait until the second week of release, then go watch it, because then you'll have less kids deal with, and you'll have a much better film experience. That is proven to me twice with both Encanto and Lightyear, man. Seriously, film experience is glorious, man. It was glorious. It's always nice when I actually get to enjoy a Disney movie in fucking peace. In a theater, especially. But yeah, so yeah. Word of advice, guys, watch Disney movies in the second week of release. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later for that. But anyway, on to the movie itself. This movie was great, man. You guys know, if you guys have been keeping tabs on like Twitter and everything, a lot of people have not been really that high on the movie. Even my man Cerberus had told me that this was like probably the worst movie of the year. It ain't. It ain't that bad, man. It is a great movie in its own right, man. But is this my favorite Toy Story movie? No. I would also say this is probably my least favorite Toy Story movie. But I still had a hell of a lot of fun watching this, man. And it was a great time. Anyway, let's just jump right in. So the movie is directed by Angus MacLean and stars Chris Evans, Taika Waititi, James Brolin. Yes, he is the father of Josh Brolin, Thanos. Funny, I know. Kiki Palmer, if I'm saying her first name right, and many more. And the plot of Lightyear is legendary space ranger Buzz Lightyear embarks on an intergalactic adventure along ambiguous recruits Izzy, Mo, Darby, and his robot companion Sock. So, first thing I gotta say, Chris Evans, I thought he was fantastic as Buzz Lightyear. I thought he brought his own little spin to the character of Buzz Lightyear and didn't just, you know, copy what Tim Allen did in the original Toy Story movies. And I thought he was great. He was probably low-key the highlight of the movie, I thought, from the cast. If not him, it's Sock. Sock, I fucking love, man. He was great, man. Sock, like, yo, I was like, I'm not, like, when it comes to, like, Disney mascots, whatever you call it, for, like, the movies that they bring in just mostly for the kids, Sock was one of those characters that, like, almost instantly won me over, man. He's not really that annoying or anything. He's just fun. I love Sock, man. Seriously. He was awesome. Taika Waititi is funny as always, man. He's great. Kiki Palmer, if I'm saying her first name right, if I'm not, I apologize. Who many people my age might remember her from the underrated Nick sitcom True Jackson VP. She's great, man. I've noticed she's been getting a lot of bigger roles recently. Like, you have this, of course, she's going to be the lead in Nope, you know, Jordan Peele's next movie. I know she's been getting a lot of really like more high profile roles recently. And shout out to her, man. She's great. I love her. So. Yeah, she's great. I thought the rest of the cast was great. James Brolin. I still can't get over the fact that there's 2 movies with Chris Evans where he faces off against a Brolin. You know, you went up against Josh Brolin in Infinity War and Endgame. Then he goes up against his father in fucking Lightyear as Zurg, the evil Emperor story. Zurg was great, man. I thought they did a great job with Zurg's character. I thought he looked badass and imposing. I loved his design, man, and that was cool, man. Another thing I got to praise is I also liked the callbacks to the first movie. I thought there were a lot of callbacks to the first movie, which I know I wouldn't have picked up on most of them just because it would have been at so many years since I saw the first movie. So rewatch the first two movies. If you guys follow my Twitter, I did to prepare for this week because I hadn't seen either of them in like at least 5 years. It's probably been a decade since I've seen either of them. So yeah, I was like, oh hey, that's a live movie. Oh hey, that's from the first movie. Oh hey, that's from the first movie. I like little things like that, but that was pretty cool. Now, one thing to address the elephant in the room with this movie is, you guys probably know the movie's been has had some controversy, or whatever you want to call it, about the movie being banned banned in certain countries because, of course, it features lesbian kids and all that shit. Blah 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 blah. I am happy to report that this movie takes the Last of Us 2 approach with this sort of thing, with like lesbian characters and everything, where it's just there. They just mention this shit casually in conversation, and it's just there. They don't make this giant spectacle of it, which I appreciate. You guys know that I'm always down for diversity when it's done right, like Miles and Kamala. But obviously, when it's something like Black Christmas 2019, which is like beating you over the head with it and shit like that, then that's when I take issue with it. And I'm happy to report that they just don't make this giant that they just address it casually. They didn't make this giant like spectacle of it, which I appreciate. In fact, it's brought up so casually that when the Buzz is talking to the lesbian character, and she says, "Oh yeah, I'm engaged now. She's great." I'm like, "Oh," I was eating my popcorn, I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, go." Then I was like, "Wait, did she say she?" It took a second for my brain to even register that she said she, because it was brought up so casually. And the movie just kind of progressed from there. And even the lesbian kiss, it's literally blink and you miss it. So much so that I actually missed it. It wasn't until around the end of the movie where I was like, "Wait, wasn't there supposed to be a lesbian kiss in this movie? Did I miss it?" And then when I looked up on YouTube, I'm like, "Oh, there it is." I didn't even notice it, man. So like I said, I'm always down for diversity when it's done right, and I appreciate they didn't make this giant spectacle of it and be like, "Oh, look at us! We have lesbians in the movie! Cheer!" It's just there, mentioned in passing, as it should be. But yeah, so I liked how they handled that. I thought that was done really well. So I wouldn't say the movie's ruined by wokeness or the movie's even woke in general. Like I said, they just mentioned it in passing. So yeah, glad to see that how well that was handled. Another thing I gotta praise, obviously, the art and animation is once again spectacular from Pixar, man. Seriously, this movie is gorgeous to look at, and I'm not just talking about the animation. The cinematography is also really well done in this movie, man. Seriously, there were some truly gorgeous shots here, but if we gotta talk about the animation real quick, we gotta talk about the sweat. My God, I have never seen sweat look this good in a movie before, or at least in an anime movie. Because when we get to around the end of the movie and Buzz is like starting to like really start sweating, you can like really see like the reflecting and everything. Like I was like when I got this part of the movie and I was seeing this, I was like, "God damn, that's some good looking sweat." So yeah, shout out to once again to all the animators working at Pixar, man. They did a great job. But yeah, both the animation and cinematography in this movie is great as well. The fights I thought was really good. The action sequences were really good. So there were a couple of parts in the action where I'm like, "Oh hey, that's a callback to Toy Story 2, which is also pretty cool. I already mentioned how badass Zurg looks. I love his design, man. And yeah. Now I think my only issue I take with the movie is just with the supporting characters themselves, when they're following with Buzz, Mo, Izzy, and Darby. Like I mentioned before, I love Sock, but my main problem with the movie definitely stems from them, mostly just because of how fucking incompetent they are. And I'm like, "Oh my God, how are y'all this stupid?" And I'm just like, you're just further proving Buzz's point why he doesn't fuck with rookies. And then particularly because there's such a main focus of the movie in the second half, it kind of started to take away from my enjoyment of the movie from just how incompetent they are. And I would say that's about the only thing that really kind of harpered my enjoyment of the movie, was just how incompetent those characters are. At least to me, I felt. And yeah, man, overall, this was a great movie, man, and I would definitely recommend you guys check the movie out if you guys are fans of Toy Story. If you're not someone that's big on Toy Story, this movie's gonna change your mind. But yeah, I can see why this was quote unquote Andy's favorite movie. Hell, if I was a kid, man, I probably would have gotten way more enjoyment out of it than I did, as a 22-year-old film student. But yeah, man, definitely check this movie out, guys. If you're curious, if you love Toy Story, man, I would definitely guys check this movie out, man. It's a really great time. So, Overall, my final verdict for Lightyear is going to be an 8.5 out of 10, guys. Also, forgot to mention this before I end the video off, there is a mid-credit scene, a post-credit scene. Just wanted to tell you, just wanted to give you guys a heads up in case you didn't know, because no other reviews I've been seeing have mentioned that. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up in case you didn't know there is a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene. So after the credits, it's nothing really that major. This isn't Marvel, but they're two fun little scenes that I liked, man. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you feel like it. Links to the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.